So over this last weekend, I've been playing this new game, Norland, and I feel like if I had to describe the game before showing gameplay, I'd say it's like the gameplay and the hilariousness of something like The Sims mixed with the total brutality and political espionage of something like Game of Thrones. And honestly, I've been loving my time with Norland. Huge shout out and thank you to the devs and the publishers for sending me a review copy of the game. It made this video possible, and with this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my first impressions of Norland. So if you like anything you see here, be sure to check out Norland when it drops on Steam on July 18th into early access, which is right around the corner. That's this Thursday. Be sure to check out the game if you like what you see here. And I feel like the best way I can really describe the game is to really just go into what my first few hours of the game are like. So let's dive in. So this is Norland, and this is the king of the family of lords that I created, which runs this town that I've been building. And with the opening scenario that I chose, my wife has been kidnapped by a group of bandits, and it's up to me to build up this town, raise an army, and go and save her. Or not, I can really do whatever I want, but when I created my wife character, I did make her beautiful and lustful, so it is at the top of my priority list. So after a while of my king bossing people around and building up this town, I decided it was time to raise an army and go and save the queen. So we met them on the battlefield, and I gotta say this game is far more brutal and graphic than I thought it would be. And it wasn't long before all my men were killed and or severely wounded, including myself. But we won the battle with just one man to spare. Though I did find out later he was permanently scarred and lost an eye in the battle, so I made him a knight and gave him a title. But either way, the queen was saved and everyone was on their way home. But I'm not gonna lie, I did laugh pretty hard when I saw my queen dragging my wounded body back into town, where she then threw me into my bed, got me medicine, and nursed me back to health, which is pretty cool. Then she had to tend to her own needs, like I said, lustful. Couldn't even get a bath first. But after the post-battle shenanigans we found out we were expecting. Hooray! And to celebrate, I beheaded a guy who's spreading rumors around town and even kidnapped a neighboring ruler's heir because they were trying to go to war with me. And then my expecting wife threw up in her bed all over our sleeping son. And that was just the first couple hours. And this was just one of the opening scenarios. I could have chose from like 20 other modifiers, including one that made all of my family lords blind from birth. How unique would that playthrough be? And these kinds of unique stories with the NPCs are developing within all the other kingdoms within the realm, leading to endless gameplay possibilities when it comes to the stories you can create with the NPCs. You can interact with these different kingdoms in really unique ways, like arranged marriages for peace, or assassinations, or even kidnappings. Not to mention, all these NPCs are named with unique wants and desires, so when these huge battles do break out, new storylines are constantly being formed and literally cut down right before your eyes, which is really cool. But for me, it's really just all the layers that go into the NPCs and how they work, like how you have to actually educate your heirs so that they have better traits to succeed you once you're gone, or down to the small things like seeing your drunk lords get drug home after a long night at the tavern. But another thing that's really cool is just how in-depth the gameplay and how you control your lords actually is. As you can see, it's a lot like The Sims, where you can see your different lords' moods and different stat bars that show how hungry and tired they are. But it's also taken a step further where you can see your lord's different thoughts, which is really cool. As you can see, my king is dreaming about how he wishes one of the enemies he defeated in battle is rotting in hell. But you can also click any NPC just to see what state the NPC's in. Are they pregnant? Are they sick or injured? And sometimes these can be hilarious, like the guy I beheaded. His status is decapitated. It's a very serious matter. But at the end of the day, whether players come to Norland for the medieval city building or the epic bloody battles, I guarantee they will stay for the endless stories created by the NPC systems. Well guys, you made it to the end. Thank you for checking out this video on my first impressions of Norland, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But at the end of the day, why I'm excited to play more of this game is because of the replayability. Obviously, you have a lot of the replayability with just the NPC interactions and just how many ways those can play out, and that's very exciting. But really, it was after I got through the opening scenario where I had to go and rescue my captured lord from those bandits, and just, you know, people died and my story was unique and cool, and that was just the opening scenario, and there's like 20 others I could choose from. I saw one where all of my lords would be blind from birth and all the other lords and kings look down at us because of that, and just how unique will that gameplay playthrough be, you know, compared to what I just did. And that just the replayability alone is really exciting. Not to mention, like, all the NPCs and stuff are named, so when you have these huge battles, your people are dying and getting wounded and scarred, and it's making your gameplay unique. And it's just I love those kinds of games, so I'm excited to see all the crazy stories I'm going to be making in Norland. So I've been really enjoying my time, and I hope you guys do as well. And so if you like this video, be sure to check out Norland when it drops on Steam into early access July 18th, which is this Thursday. It's right around the corner. Be sure to check it out if you liked what you see here. But guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, huge thank you to the devs and publishers for sending me a review copy and made this video possible. And guys, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to Live from My Basement, where I make cool new videos like the ones you're watching right now every single week. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future content, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.